What up, world? Welcome to a new episode of the BrandonJaneauShow. As you know, I am Brandon Janeau, and like always, on all podcast platforms everywhere, BrandonJaneauShow. Social media platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Facebook, BrandonJaneauShow, and of course, YouTube channel BrandonJaneauShow. Go subscribe, like, comment. I do comment back. Hope you guys enjoy this because tonight it is wrestling life. Oh yeah! And on this wrestling life episode, I will be doing my top 10 matches by one man. But I have to remind you, next Sunday I will be back doing Wrestling Life, and this Wrestling Life will be the NXT Battleground Rate and Review show. That will be next Sunday, right after the NXT pay per view goes off. You can catch me rate and review show of each and every match on that NXT card. Now let's get into it. My top 10 tonight of my favorite matches. It's about one wrestler only. One of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Yes, I said that shit. His initials are RKO. Yeah, the Viper, the Apex Predator, the Legend Killer, Randy Orton. There is nobody in wrestling that has had a career like Randy Orton. To be honest with you, that's kind of, and that's not even like a joking thing. I'm dead ass. Like, there's never been a person that's had a career like Randy Orton. Like, when he's a heel, he is a heel, and when he's a good guy, kind of, I guess he's a, he's a good guy. It's rare when he's a good guy. Let's be real. It's damn near rare. We rarely see it. But when he is, like right now, he's having a good time. He loves what he's doing. But these are some of my favorite matches by Randy Orton, man. Randy Orton is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. The man is gifted in the ring. He's had some amazing matches in his career. So to devise a plan and have 10, it's damn hard. It's damn near impossible. The man's had a 20-year career. It's fucking damn near impossible. But I did it. And again, this is my list. I can't speak for everybody else. This is my list. So let's get into it. I do my top tens. I start from 10, go all the way to 1. So starting it off at number 10. Randy Orton's first ever championship win in his career. It happened at 2002's Armageddon against RVD. The whole damn show. This is when Randy Orton was just an evolution. He was an evolution. Um, and this is the night where Evolution actually walked out of Armageddon with all of the belts on Raw. Triple H won the World Heavyweight Championship. Ric Flair and Batista won the tag team titles. Randy Orton won the Intercontinental Championship. Randy Orton would go on. Well, not 2002, 2003, I should say. Yeah, it was 2003. Armageddon. So, yeah, 2003 Armageddon. But this match was great, man. It was a great match. This was before Randy Orton really hit his prime, and this is RVD in his prime. And also, they had a special guest referee, Mick Foley. And on top of that, this match was actually supposed to be scheduled later on in the night, and it ended up being the first match of the fucking card. It is one of those matches. It's one of those title matches where you remember where you were when you first started watching it. Randy Orton and RVD went out there and had an incredible match um, for the Intercontinental Championship. But like I said, Randy Orton, of course, would beat RVD and take the Intercontinental Championship, his first title ever in WWE. Yeah, go back and watch this match. It's fucking phenomenal. I remember having Armageddon on DVD, and I used to watch this match like every fucking day. So going back and watching on the Peacock Network, is fucking iconic. So it was just like, yep, I remember where I was. Like, it's one of those matches, man. I love that match. Still to this day, RVD is one of my favorite wrestlers as well. So yeah, watching them fight was dope. Number nine. Number nine. Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan. Hell in a Cell. What, 2013? Yeah. 2013 Hell in a Cell for the WWE Championship. Vacated WWE Championship. This is also another special guest referee match. Just had Shawn Michaels as the special guest referee. Where this match is, like, Randy Orton is one of the Randy Orton is one of, you know, like I said, one of the greats. So him and Daniel Bryan, I hate how that rivalry even got started because of how the authority and shit. But got some good matches out of Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan, so it was awesome. So, but Hell in a Cell 2013, this was peak Randy Orton in his full villainous ways. His like 359th heel turn. Um, the dumbest shit on the planet was them continuously vacating the damn title. It was like, bro, just let the fucking man win the belt. Like it didn't make any sense. I didn't like it. But all in all, this match was phenomenal. Randy Orton and Hell in a Cells are actually really good. A lot of people are gonna hate that I say that, but Hell in a Cell matches, there's certain people that fit Hell in a Cell matches. Undertaker, Randy Orton, they fit Hell in a Cells. I don't know, because I guess they're so, because their character kind of plays off of that so well. But Daniel Bryan and him in the Hell in a Cell with Shawn Michaels being a special guest referee. And of course, everybody knows how the ending was. Shawn Michaels kicks Daniel Bryan. Sweet Chin's music's Daniel Bryan. Randy Orton picks up the belt, picks up the win, and everybody thought that would be, well. Let me rephrase that. What I'm about to say. Everybody thought in the company thought that, okay, we got Randy Orton to win, and it's over, and nobody's gonna care about Daniel Bryan anymore. And yeah, that shit never happened. The fans turned on that shit so fast and said, "Fuck no, we want Daniel Bryan as champion." That shit, you niggas ain't getting away from this storyline. Fuck that. But yeah, that match was phenomenal. No, you ain't getting away from this storyline. You kiss my ass. Which spawns into the next match, which is Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 31. Y'all know that's coming at some point. One of the greatest RKO's of all time. Yeah, I said that shit because we all know it's true. One of the greatest RKO's of all time. I don't know, the JD McDonough one in the War Games match is pretty dope. It was pretty fantastic. Um, but but the match all in all is actually really fucking good because this was Seth Rollins now officially becoming, you know, the guy in the authority. And of course, everybody knows what happened at the end of the night, which was Seth cashing in Money in the Bank. But then people forget that they actually went off and started to have their own little mini rivalry, Randy and Seth. They actually had a really good cage match where Randy Orton was banned from using, um, the RKO, and actually Seth hit the RKO on Randy and escaped the cage. But this match was phenomenal. It's actually a really good match, and because people always talk about the ending, but this was actually one of the best matches for Seth Rollins. This is Seth Rollins' first singles match at WrestleMania. So yeah, man, all in all, this was a really good match, really good fucking match. And they got a chance to show off who Randy Orton, again, one of the greatest RKO's of all time. It set that up perfectly. And then you hit a backstory that they could never hit it. Like they could never hit it in practice. Like when they were like trying to set up the match and everything, they couldn't hit the damn RKO. So it's pretty dope to hear that they actually got it done in this match. So that was pretty cool. Coming in at number 7 is oh, it is the match that officially made Randy Orton the face of the WWE. And at the time, that was not a good thing. And that is Randy Orton versus Chris Benoit for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam 2004. If Randy won the belt in '03, then he got another championship, which was his first title. And it goes into '04 by the summer of '04. Him beating Chris Benoit for the World Heavyweight Championship. I get what you're trying to do. At the time, they were also trying to move past Brock Lesnar because Brock Lesnar had the record at the time of the youngest world champion ever in the company at 25. Randy was 24 this night when he beat Chris Benoit. Now the match, to a lot of people, will probably be like, why is this on the list? But to me, it's one of his best matches because he was young and he played off of that. His inexperience. It was like, you've never been in this type of match. You've never had this type of moment in your entire career. And now you have to prove that you can beat a man in Chris Benoit who has beaten your mentor, Triple H, not once, but twice. And one of the greatest wrestlers also of all time, Shawn Michaels. So for Randy Orton to be the one to beat Chris Benoit in that title reign was kind of like, huh. It's kind of like, huh, wow. It did also in his hometown. It was like, ooh, wow. But the ending of that match is fucking fantastic. You got Chris Benoit going for the crippler crossface on Randy Orton continuously to the point where Randy Orton then has still to this day one of the best reverses of all time, which I think also really made the RKO so goddamn significant. That was the first. I feel like that was the real first ever RKO out of nowhere. Like that was an RKO out of nowhere because they're reversing. He's trying to get him back in the cripple crossface, and he's trying to grab his arm, and Randy Orton's like, no, and he reversed it, and then turns it there, boom, he hits him with the RKO so fast, and it's just like, and then he pins him, and it's over. You're like, what the fuck? Like, you're like, what the fuck just happened? There's no way in hell Randy Orton just beat Chris Benoit, but he did, and you're just like, oh wow, that shit happened. That shit happened. It is the dopest ending of all time. Like, but the match all in all is also really good because, like I said, it's just them playing off of Randy Orton being young and Chris Benoit being the experienced champion and beating the living hell out of him. But that ended. Oh my god, it's so goddamn fantastic. Yeah, that reverse into the arc, man. That reverse to the RKO is legendary. Fucking legendary. Yeah. And coming in at number 6. Speaking of another really great RKO out of fucking nowhere. Randy Orton versus CM Punk WrestleMania 27. There's not a lot of great WrestleMania 27 matches on this card, but these two did this justice. Randy Orton comes in with a limp leg. I think he got hit with a crowbar. I think pliers or something. CM Punk hit him with, and it played into the match because Randy Orton was taking out CM Punk's new Nexus um, throughout the program until it led up to WrestleMania 27 where they actually fought. Because this was when Randy Orton was in his most villainous stage when he was just punt kicking the shit out of people. Yo, now looking back at it, WWE was some assholes. They let this man punt kick the fuck out of people. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? But this match is fantastic. I mean, CM Punk, young CM Punk, and Randy Orton come on, man. Like there is no way around this. This is the best match you could have asked for. And then CM Punk goes for like the spring, the dive off the top with the arm, and he's trying to like clothesline him off the top rope and bounce off the rope midair, and Randy Orton just selling the knee and just boom and caught him with the RKO. You're like, oh my god! I remember ordering this WrestleMania. This might have been the first WrestleMania I ordered. It was like I remember ordering WrestleMania before they went to the WWE Network. I ordered this WrestleMania 28, 29, and 30. Out of four WrestleManias, back to back to back. Well, back to back to back to back. Uh, but this was the first WrestleMania I ordered on pay per view, and to watch this WrestleMania, and maybe I'm a little bit more far-sighted to this WrestleMania. Maybe I care a little bit more about this WrestleMania because this is the first one I've ordered. This was the first WrestleMania I ordered since WrestleMania 17, and it might have been the first WrestleMania I watched since like physically sat there and watched since WrestleMania 20. I saw 21 through a window. Like it was like one of my neighbor's window, and it was cold as shit that night. So WrestleMania 20, I remember just watching WrestleMania 20 and being like, yeah, that was like the last WrestleMania I saw physically watched until WrestleMania 27 that night. So to watch that WrestleMania was dope. So this match was phenomenal. And the storyline was actually really fucking good. So the fact that these two men went out there and had an amazing match just adds on to the legendary status of it to me. So let me recap it. At number 10, Randy Orton wins his first ever title in the WWE by beating RVD at Armageddon '03. Number 9, Randy Orton beats Daniel Bryan and Hell in a Cell for the WWE Championship with a little help from Shawn Michaels. Number 8, Randy Orton beats beats Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 31 with probably one of the greatest RKO's of all time. Number 7, Randy Orton wins his first ever World Heavyweight Championship in WWE by beating Chris Benoit at SummerSlam in '04. Number 6, Randy Orton beats CM Punk with the one of the best RKO's and one of the best WrestleMania matches in 2000 at that year's WrestleMania. Was one of the best matches. At that year's WrestleMania 27, beating CM Punk. Now, let's get into it. This is kind of interesting because Randy Orton ain't lost a lot of these matches. I just realized that. He's the GOAT. He's one of the greatest. Coming in at number 5. Here's a match he did actually lose. And that is Armageddon 2005 Undertaker versus Randy Orton in Hell in a Cell. This was the last time Randy Orton and Undertaker fought each other. Like one on one. Damn, it really was. Because they never crossed paths again. I mean, Royal Rumbles and shit, but they never really crossed paths in a one on one match ever again. So to have this be the trilogy's ending, should have been the trilogy, and I know they had like a match in No Mercy when him and his father, but this should have been the trilogy ender. But again, I had the Armageddon DVD in '03, and then I had the Armageddon DVD here. So this was one of my favorite matches. I think it was Armageddon '02 or '03. I can't fucking remember. I gotta go back and look at it. But yeah, it was '03. It was '03. I'm not tripping. So '05, 2005 WrestleMania 21 is when they fought for the first time. Then they fought at SummerSlam. Then they fought at No Mercy. But then they fought again one on one in Hell in a Cell. And this match was the match that ended the rivalry, but it's one of the best matches. Randy Orton reversed the tombstone into a tombstone. We don't get that. Like that is unreal trust that Randy Undertaker had for Randy Orton at that age, in that time in his career. Undertaker trusted Randy Orton to give him a tombstone. The fuck? That, that- think about that for a second. He gave him a tombstone in the middle of the fucking ring. In hell, in a cell. That don't happen. It don't happen. And the fact that he trusted him to do it is crazy into itself. But it's one of the best matches that they've had. Randy Orton's ever had. Undertaker beat the living hell out of Randy Orton in this match. He beat this shit out of Randy Orton in this match. His dad got bust open. It was amazing. It's one of my favorite matches. And now a lot of people are now getting a chance to see this picture float around on social media of the Undertaker standing on top of the cell and Randy Orton walking out the cell, out the cage. That's the match where Taker is standing on top of the cell and Randy Orton is like getting helped to the back. That match. It is bloody. They're bleeding. Both are bleeding in this match. Man, it's a fantastic match. Young Randy Orton versus the veteran Undertaker. It was literally their last match they ever had against each other. That shit is still mind blowing. That shit was the last match 1-on-1 that they ever had against each other. That is fucking damn. That is crazy. Me saying that shit and now thinking about it, that was literally the last match they ever had against each other. Lord, gee, that is crazy. But yeah, Randy Orton versus Undertaker comes in at number 5. Hell in a Cell, Armageddon '05. Number 4. It's Randy Orton versus Edge. 2020 Backlash. The greatest wrestling match ever. Now, was it the greatest wrestling match ever? Some people could debate it. I don't know. But for me, personally, this was Edge's first real match back. Not a stipulation. This was a match. And for them to go out there for what, 47 minutes and put on that type of match, and on top of that, Edge tearing his rotator cuff in the middle of that match and still putting out a match like that, it's phenomenal. It's one of those matches where you remember. They reversed each other. Edge, I think, gave him an RKO. Randy Orton gave him a pedigree. I think they also tried to go for a stunner. it was a choke slams and shit. It was crazy. Edge went for the Predator. It was an amazing match. Randy Orton hit Edge with like 2, 3 RKO's and still couldn't put him down. It was just like, what the how the fuck do I stop this motherfucker? Edge was trying to do chokes on this man. It was a fucking fantastic match. It's one of those matches where you remember where you were, and and I get it. The pandemic time period of life at that time was a lot of stress, but this is one of my favorite matches by them. Like this was Edge and Randy Orton have amazing chemistry. Um, Also, a lot of people shit on their WrestleMania match, but that match was the best you can do in a last man standing match with the conditions that they were in. So pause on that. Number 3, and that is Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre, 2019. Nope, 2021. Or was it 2020? Because this was also in the pandemic. It might have been 2020. Hell in a Cell, 2020, for the WWE Championship. Crazy as it is, this is the last title Randy Orton ever won. This is the last WWE Championship Randy Orton has won since. Yeah, this is his, what, 14th title he won, and he beat Drew McIntyre that night in Hell in a Cell. It's a phenomenal match. The beginning of the match is literally Randy Orton fucking Drew's walking down to the ring, and Randy Orton tries to ambush him, and just from that moment on, them two were just beating the living hell out of each other, trying to the point where they get on top of the cell. I don't know why, but cell spots when you get to the top of the cell and somebody falls off, nobody will ever top Shawn Michaels and Mick Foley's. That those are the two greatest hell because they were the first two that have ever done it. But this was pretty epic. Drew McIntyre falls off the goddamn cell through a table, Randy Orton capitalizes. I think he punt kicked him. It was just ridiculous. And he wins his last WWE championship for now. But it was his last WWE championship. And a phenomenal match. It's damn near impossible for these two to have bad matches, but it's really damn near impossible to have a bad match in Hell in a Cell with them two. So yeah. Number two is the match to a lot of people that probably made Randy Orton a superstar, and that is Randy Orton versus Mick Foley, Backlash 2004. Like I said, '04 was an interesting year for Randy Orton. You start off becoming the Intercontinental champion. You go into WrestleMania 20 and fight The Rock and Sock Connection, Mick Foley and The Rock with Evolution. And then the next pay-per-view, you have to fight Mick Foley in a no holds barred hardcore match, and you get bust open and beat the literally to the shit. You get your ass whooped. You get bloodied the entire fucking match, and you come out the other side more popular. Just to end up at the end of the year, the summer of that year, becoming the youngest World Heavyweight Champion of all time. Yeah, yeah. But this is the match that started it. Randy Orton versus Mick Foley. It is one of those matches that you remember. You remember where you were. It's one of those matches. That crowd in Canada that night solidified it. Mick Foley has made so many countless stars. So many countless stars. Edge. What? He made the Undertaker hot again when he came and debuted on him. Mick Foley's one of them, man. Triple H, The Rock. Like people forget, like, yo, he made The Rock and Triple H standout main eventers, and he made Randy Orton a standout main eventer and Edge. Mick Foley's one of the greats, and so that match at Backlash 2004 just solidified it. Randy Orton was officially the guy, and you can trust him. So they thought at that time to be the face, but he has become the guy, the face of the company in more ways than one, man. So yeah, but at number one with a bullet, it's Randy Orton versus Christian, SummerSlam 2011, Extreme Rules. What is it? A no holds barred match, I think, at SummerSlam 2011. Now everybody was talking about CM Punk and John Cena because of how that match and what that storyline was. But I was a SmackDown guy. So when Christian won his first title, first World Heavyweight Championship, and then he had to defend it 5 days later on SmackDown against Randy fucking Orton. And he tried to go for the jump. He tried to go for like the turnaround, like, cross body on Randy Orton from the top, like the top rope. He tried to jump off the second rope into the cross. And this motherfucker landed into that RKO. Oh my god. Yo, you can hear either the elation or just like, damn, man, why did you accept the match, man? This match at SummerSlam was the perfect example that Christian should have probably been pushed way higher and way harder than he was. Because Randy Orton and him had a fucking banger. Now the kids today say it's a banger. This motherfucking match was a banger. Fucking fantastic. Edge kicks it off by coming out and being like, hey man, I'm not about to stay out here with you and be in your corner while my best friend is a little bitch, whiny little bitch. You on your own tonight. Left this man in the ring to fight Randy Orton by himself. And for 27, 28 minutes, these two men tore the fucking house down. Beat the hell out of each other. Best match on the planet. It was one of the best. It was actually, I think it is literally one of Randy Orton's best matches he's ever fucking had. This is peak Randy Orton 2011, and this is what the beard, what the kind of fade. Oh man, this man was different. It was different, man. Christian, yeah, man, this was legendary, man. This is one of the best matches ever, and I think that this is Randy Orton's best match he's ever had because this was just different. It just was legendary. So yeah, so let me recap this list. Number one, Randy Orton versus Christian, SummerSlam 2011 for the World Heavyweight Championship. Number two, Randy Orton versus Mick Foley, Backlash 2004 Intercontinental Championship. Number three, Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre, WWE Championship, Hell in a Cell. Number four, Randy Orton versus Edge, Backlash 2020. Number five, Randy Orton versus Undertaker, Hell in a Cell, Armageddon 2005. Number six, Randy Orton versus CM Punk, WrestleMania 27. Number seven, Randy Orton versus Chris Benoit, 2004 SummerSlam World Heavyweight Championship. First one for Randy Orton. Number eight, Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins, WrestleMania 31, one of the greatest RKO's of all time. Number nine, Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan, Hell in a Cell for the WWE Championship. And number 10, Randy Orton versus RVD to win his first ever title in WWE. I will be back with another top 10 list after NXT Rating Review Show. And that one's going to be on the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Until next time, I am Brandon Janeau. Go watch some Randy Orton matches, either on YouTube or if you got Peacock, go watch Randy Orton. Other than that, man, I am Brandon Janeau. Hope you guys enjoyed this list. Peace. Oh, yeah. Randy Orton's going to be the first wrestler from my first ever wrestler versus wrestler debate. So, just get ready for that. Till next time, I am Brandon Janeau. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Peace.